hello. I have come in peace. If not, I, I, I don't know. All right, so basically, I really dig this comment. I really do. I was like, whoa. When I read it, I was like, oh, whoa, that's awesome. Um, that comment make my day. So the comment read by Kit Kat. Read the whole book. LOL. Please, with a smiley face. Pretty awesome. And then Kit Kat say, Jenna's personal transformation. Yes, why not? I don't mind. I love learning, and your voice is smoothing. Happy New Year's as well. Cheers. Well, I didn't know my voice was smooth. Well, thank you. Uh, that touched my heart. And then, I would like to give thanks to Nancy Van Hook. If you guys, I like her channel. You can check her channel out. She said, "Very nice book you have. Bob Proctor has been reading that book most of his life. I have read Think and Grow Rich. It takes practice, daily affirmation, mirror work, keep good company. You see your results by what you are attracting in life. Yes, this is taking action. I appreciate you, and yes, you have potential." Bob Proctor wrote a book too called You Were Born Rich. It is a very good too. Earl Nightingale is a mentor of Bob Proctor. Bob Proctor is good. I love Bob Proctor. So let's do this, right? And also, I would like to give thanks to Lumi. I probably said, well, I'll reach out and say, I appreciate you. She said, you're welcome. I appreciate you too. And I said, why do you appreciate me? What did I do? She said, because you are always here and you do a lot to inspire all of us. Well, thanks. I try. I want to become Superman, Super Saiyan. I want to be a Batman. I don't know. Today we'll be doing a book that I really fell in love with, and I still fall in love with till this day. It is because this guy who I'm talking about, Brian Tracy. Brian Tracy affected my life. Like I cherish his knowledge, his audio, his books. I'm grateful for the things that he have created for all of us to live the life that we truly want. Because I think that we have uh, this empowering information that's inside our head, all these myths that we have. And by reading his book, by reading what he shared, destroys the myth that we have essentially. And if we want to create the life that we want, the future, it is by us knowing precisely what we want and by taking the action. Too many of us are waiting for someone to help us, or waiting for the luck, the breaks, but we don't take any specific action or doing anything with it. So three ways. So it's probabilities, luck, and knowledge. In this book, I look up to a lot to Brian Tracy, Bob Proctor. Of course, I used to try to get all the books of Napoleon Hill because he was that great. I think that he was that great. I think most people, because what he say, every time I read Think and Grow Rich, it makes more sense each and every way. So let's start with this. Three ways, okay? Learning. He or she who learned the most win. What makes Steve Jobs, or Elon Musk is they know more than anyone around them. The more you know, the more you can achieve. There's great value investing as much money you have into audiobook program, or whatever by Robin Sharma. Now, most people, when they start their endeavor, mostly, let's say if people start doing, YouTube or social, Twitter or Instagram or Facebook, they initially don't know what they're doing, and they started. That's good. But what happened is, you're supposed to take action, but that's good. But the thing is, they give up too soon because they never took the time to invest in understanding about YouTube. No, they never took the time to type in how to do YouTube or how to do Instagram or something like that. They never took the time and they gave up too soon. For instance, the reason why I understand how to do YouTube is because I took the time to learn about YouTube algorithm, YouTube search engine, and how to do them because I had the knowledge. And that knowledge helped me and guide me to do the video, to do how to precisely engage with the audience, because social media is about engagement and about helping the other person. And then after that, Gary Vee had the book Jab Jab Right Hook. He talked about add more value, and then keep jab jab jab, and then ask. But too many go for the asking first, but they never add any value. But today I'll bring you value because that's what I do. This was in what's his name, Jim Rohn book, and he wrote it. A successful person is always a life learner. A lifelong. He was talking to someone. A lifelong one? Yes. How many people do you know that graduated high school and college, then figured they knew everything they needed to know to live life? Okay, first of all, let me talk about this stuff that people put inside our head. Most people think that just because you graduate from high school or college doesn't mean that you know everything there's to life to offer, because there's a whole bunch of things that we never been taught in school, and you wonder why most kids and most adults never get the result that they truly want. Is because we have this empowering information, this empowering belief system that really doesn't gear toward the life that we want, but it's geared towards society or your friends or your parents or whatever dream inside your head, and you play a story based upon the information that you have. But today, I'm gonna destroy and the information or the knowledge or belief that we have, because these information will make you uncomfortable. Most of the things that we don't like to hear because it's uncomfortable, we don't like it because it doesn't ring true to us. When you listen to the knowledge that he gave, it is based upon him sharing the information, what he's been through, how he see the world. The management guru Peter Drucker wrote, "The very best way to predict the future is to create it." Everyone wants to be happy, healthy, popular, prosperous, successful in whatever they do. But the only way for you to achieve and enjoy all that is possible for you is to create your own future. And the good news is that there has never been opportunity in more different areas for you to fulfill your dreams and goals in there are today. Your shift aim in life should be to take full advantage of everything that your world has to offer. There are basically two types of people in our world: the active and the passive. But only about 10% are proactive, and although they are very much in the minority, they are the movers and the shakers in every area. They are the people who take their lives into their own hands and make things happen. They accept complete responsibility for themselves and the results of their actions. They dare to go forward and to the face of risk and uncertainty. Yeah, I do what I take the risk, but it's intelligent risk because it's uncertainty. I don't know what's going to happen, but I take it anyway. That's what we have to do with our life. And that too many people don't like the feeling of risk. They feel they need to feel safe in life. To fill the gap. The gap is this. They know that it's safe because it's not scary. They're not doing the thing that's they're not facing that fear. What happened is they're in the comfort zone, right? And that they're not facing the fear. But the thing is, they're letting the fear control them. They're letting the fear control their action, their thought patterns, their behavior, whatever that is. When you decide to create your own future, you join this vast majority. You begin to push the front of the line in your own life. Uh-oh. The majority of the people tend to be passive in their response and react to life, constantly wishing and hoping that something good will happen to them. They buy the lottery ticket, watch endlessly, and complain about their life situation. They resent successful people, but they are not willing to make the effort that others have made to achieve what they have. They live their life like people waiting for a bus on a street where no bus goes. Hope is not a strategy for success. Your life is too precious and important to be left to chance. Yeah, I feel like that's true because a lot of people are hoping and wishing, no matter how much. I think that because they have people in their life that are affecting, what I say what I become aware of is this. What they say about people when, either your parents or friends, or no, I think it's your parents say, don't hang with this crowd or don't hang with this person. Because who you hang around with will play a big factor how you're going to succeed in life. if that person is really, you know, their life is negative and toxic, what happened? They will drag you down. You see, the thing is, I come to realize the people who you hang around with will determine your ability to make decisions and your judgment, and it's gonna make you behave the way you're gonna behave like them. You're gonna talk like them. You think like them, and then you're gonna breathe like them. You're gonna act like them, and you're gonna become them. And then if they're not pushing to live their dream, I think, and they're always negative, they're complaining, and they're not doing anything about it, you should let them go, or at least don't interact with them. You want to interact with people who actually are positive, but also know where they're going. They know what they want in life. They push their boundaries, just like I do. I know what I want. Do you know what you want? I know what I want. I want to inspire others. I want to impact at least special education, how they think things, and you know, the law of attraction community, because I have a mission. So I know what I want. You know, I gotta push my boundary, and I'm scared because see, the thing is, I'm getting out of my comfort zone. There are things that I do that really scares me. You know, most of the things, you know, I don't like to do because, you know, I was like, whoa, holy crap, I'm doing this. Oh, it made me scared. Sometimes I like, oh, why God, why? But it's okay. I went ballistic one day. I went Super Saiyan. Your greatest responsibility is to take command of your future and shape your destiny the way you want it to do. Something wonderful with your life. For instance, all right, hold up. In about 350 BC, the great philosopher Aristotle propounded what has come to be recognized as the foundation law of Western philosophy and Western thought. And at the time when most people believed in the various God who lived in the mountains Olympus, Jesus, I mean, not Jesus. I wanted to say Zeus. Zeus, come here. Come here. I need you. Be my God and stand before me and help me stand in front of people. At time when most people believe in the, I already said that, in the causeless, chaotic influence of flowers, rocks, trees, and the elements on human life, Aristotle instead propounded his principle of causality. He said we live in an orderly universe governed by great unchanging laws. He insists that there is a reason for everything happens, whether we know the laws or principles behind it or not. Today we call this the laws of cause and effects. We accept it as essential way of interpreting what happened in our world. What in Aristotle day, because it was a remarkable idea, a breakthrough in the thought. Simply put, the laws of cause and effect say that everything happens for a reason. It says that for every effect in your life, there's a cause or a series of causes, whether you know them or agree with them or not. Nothing happened by chance. This law says if there's anything you want in life, any effect that you desire, you can probably acquire. You simply find others who achieve the same results or effect that you desire. You see the discipline yourself. You then discipline yourself to do the same thing that they did over and over until you eventually get those same results and rewards. And let me go to this. So, do you know why I can get some of the author? Because I did some. You see, if I wanted the result to interview the author, I took the action. But also because I know something, meaning that I took the time to read the book. I invest in myself and I read the book and I did what the book said to do. Because, you know, I know that we can reach out to authors. We can reach out to successful people. We can reach out to Gary Vee or Bob Proctor or John Assaraf or Pam Groth or whoever we think is because, see, the thing is, people, when you have an information that I just read to you, when we have the knowledge, there is between, if you want to get the result that you want, the knowledge. But here's the thing, I just realized this now, that you have to face your fear and take that knowledge and apply it in your life and you get the result. And that is why you see all the interviews that is from Bob Doyle from the hit movie The Secret, from Evan Carmichael, and all those people, Lennon, all those people, from Kung Fu Master that I knew, from all those, is because I have something, I understand something. And whenever you go towards something that you want to do, either you want to make YouTube videos, or you want to do a podcast, or you want to do a vlog, or you want to do Twitter, Instagram, you need to know something, and you need to study them. I know that people don't like to study, but if you're, you got to do it anyway, because you got to do it for you. You got to do it for your future. I mean, nobody is gonna hand you the knowledge. Nobody gonna hand you your dream. You got to do that for you. That's why nobody gonna hand me my dream. I mean, nobody gonna hand me. I mean, think about it. If I didn't take the action in the results that you see, the interviews, there will be no interview. There will be no results at all. No question, no nothing, no tweet, no nothing. But I learned through that is the ability to persist. Use it. So basically, it's like this: you have the knowledge in your side your head. What you must do is use that knowledge, overcome your fear, and persist and get the results and achieve that dream that you have for you. Probably, blah, 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 blah. My tongue is not working. Why, Zeus? Why you zap me with the lightning boost? Ah! Probability theory teaches that there is a likelihood that any particular event will occur. This likelihood or probability can often be calculated with great accuracy and sometimes not. The law of probability is a critical factor in explaining luck. This law is that for every event, there is a probability of that event occurs under certain circumstances. If you want to achieve success in any field, and you have clear written plans that follows and work on each every day, you much more likely to obtain it. If you then study thoroughly and apply yourself to developing the knowledge and the skills necessary to excel in your field, you will probably increase your probability of success. If you associate with the right people, manage yourself and your time extremely well, move quickly when opportunity presents itself, perseveres in the face of obstacle, you will get the breaks. Willingness to take intelligent risks in the pursuit of your clearly defined, intensely desired goal, but put you on the side of the angel. You will increase all the possible possibilities. I can't work. No, my tongue is not working. Zeus zapped me with the lightning bolt. It's not working. Zeus, why you do this? Because I need to. Why would you need to? In your favor. Probability in your favor. Here's the key to creating your own future. Whatever you want to do, everything possible to increase that probability of achieving it. Even one small factor can spell the difference between success and failure. Your primary goal should be to increase the likelihood that you will be one of those remarkable people who achieve greatly and make a real difference with his or her life. Luck, however, is something completely different from chance. What we call luck is really the law of probabilities in action. When you see a person who has succeeded greatly, you see the results of many events that have happened in the past to achieve a particular outcome in the present moment. Do you understand? That's why I say that their action must be your action. It is in the present. The present moment is more powerful than your future. Because you see, I think that they're all powerful. I think the future, the past, and the present, they're all powerful. Because see, the future, if we know what we want and we create a definite plan, and we can reverse engineer that into the present, it becomes so powerful that you create a momentum in your life that somehow, some way, the universe will give you what you want. In the face, it will give you that. Because you understand that the past, the present, they're all working. They're all working inside you. You gotta push, move towards it. Every time you face a fear, every time you face a decision, you gotta do what is necessary. Most people get it wrong. That the reason why I do this, because I believe in something greater. Because I believe in the power of this amazing universe that we live in. That hear my thoughts, it hear my emotion, it hears. And that it reflects my reality based upon what I give it, what I feed my mind, what I internalize. It becomes my objective reality, my physical reality, because I have changed. When you change, Your world. Oh, that song, beautiful. The lucky, the lucky individual has done many things that in combination drastically increase the likelihood that his or her desired goal will be achieved. An additional luck factor is the law of averages, which is an extension of the law of probabilities. This law says that although you cannot predict which one of the series of events will be successful, by the laws of averages, you know that by doing a certain thing a certain number of times, you will achieve your goal. If you read more books, you are much more likely to read something that can help you in your work or personal life. If you make more sales calls, you will be much more likely to meet the prospect who has an immediate need for what you are selling. If you continually innovate and try new methods, you achieve your goals or solve your key problem, you're going to be vastly more successful than someone who plays it safe and try nothing new or different. There's a race. Oh, okay. I'll stop at that because I want to get that. Okay, so basically, before I want to say this, you got to try many different things until which one ever works. Because the old way that you try things is not working. The idea that we have is not working in life. So I think that that's inherently a problem in this, the American school system because it doesn't teach you about how to actually. People say knowledge is power, but if it's truly powerful, you can become powerful in and itself. You can influence people. You can do the right thing. You can um, help people to realize that we have a gift. We have potential. We have once we understand about ourselves, we can do things, amazing things for the world, for people, for us, for ourselves. And that's the inherent problem. See, the things I think that school doesn't teach you about yourself because once you understand your potential, once you understand your ability to achieve things, new doors open to you, new gateways, new things that will attract onto you. You will attract amazing people. You will do great things. You will inspire others. You be like, oh wow, this is fun. Oh, hold up, this hurts so much because it's not working. See, the thing is, the reason why it's not working is because you did not persist. All these knowledge, all these books are working in my life, but you gotta apply that in your life. Now, I'm gonna read you this book. I mean, this I know. Okay, I'm gonna read you principle number four. In this book, it's principle number 3. So I already gave you all that 3 ways to create your future because it's by knowing what you want. Once you know what you want, take action to persist, overcome your fear, and you'll become lucky. And most people will say, "Hey Johnny, wow," or "You become so lucky." I mean, I was not lucky. I just put in the work, man. I sowed the seed before you even, yeah, man. You don't even see it. Like you're not. You wasn't there, dude. Dude. Listen, you wasn't there when I was crying. You wasn't there when I was in pain. Okay. Look, I know I enjoyed the journey, so I put in the work. You got to do that to you too. I think that too many of us we get tripped up sometimes. We want to get there fast, and okay, so and then we get tripped up because we want to achieve things fast. So let me give you the principle number or 3 ways, right? Is knowledge, right? Here's the thing: if you want to get the job, you want to get the guy or the girl, or you want relationship, you want to understand relationship, or you want to understand sales, marketing, or anything like that, right? If you want to understand how to do YouTube, it all start with knowledge. When most people come in here of YouTube, they think it's a popularity contest, right? But it's not. It's based also on search engine. When you type in the key phrase, when you type in something, it will pop up, and then they do have what they call it, how to rank your video. Why are there some video that there's a page when you go to YouTube, there's a first page of video. There's a first page of videos that you see, and you click and they have lots of views and stuff like that because they understand how to rank their video. And that's how I understand about YouTube because I know that YouTube is a search engine which Google owns, right? Google is a search engine. Most people forget that. And most people forget that when you're getting a job, you have to do certain things to learn. to persuade, to get hired, to understand people. See, the thing is, getting a job, most people think it's, I don't think that most people or school teaches you how to get a job, how to persuade the hiring manager or the person. They're actually people. Now, if you use certain method to understanding people, then you will get your way. I mean, it's about you. See, the thing is, when you believe when you believe that it's going to happen, when you believe, and you understand people, how you persuade people, how you behave, because whatever you put in your mind and you believe it with conviction, it actually affect your field of vibration and it actually affect behavior. And when you interact with the person, you affect the field and you affect the outcome, because all the outcome could happen. It's like you go in and you know what you want, and then you bam, and you convince the person that you're going to get that. See, and then you also, let's say, if most people, they say, oh, when most people, what they do is when they get when they apply for the job, the end of the manager say, oh, I'll call you. But the thing is, the manager will never call you. You have to follow up. You have to go to that place and talk to them. Okay, you have to keep following up and take the action. Knowledge is power. There's a race on today, and you are in it. The only question is whether you're going to win or lose. And it's also basically this whole chapter or principle I really love, and you understand why just in a minute. There's a race today, and you're in it. The only question is whether you're going to win or lose, and it is largely up to you. One advantage you have that is great majority of people aren't aware that they're in the race. They're simply struggling along. Competitive our world today. They don't realize how important it is to win. It took 6,000 years of record history for a man to move from the agricultural age into the industrial age, which officially began, I don't know, excuse me, 1815. By 1950, the majority of workers in the developed countries were individual workers. But by 1960, in less than 150 years, the industrial age was over. We had entered in the service age. There were more people working at delivering service of all kinds than there were in manufacturing. But the late 1980s, just 20 years later, we had left the service age in the terms of employment, and we had entered into the information age. There were more people working at the generation and process of information than any other area. As we moved into the 21st century, we are already in the communication age. There are now more people employed in the generation and communication of information, ideas, entertainment, news, or education. There are employed in any other single industry. Just imagine, it took 6,000 years to go through agricultural age, the 50 years to pass through the industrial age, 20 years to move through the service age, 20 more years to pass through the information age, and then we're now in the age of communication. We have gone from muscle power to mind power, from brute power to brain power. We have evolved from a focus on making and moving things to focus on creation and disassembling of ideas and knowledge. For the rest of your life, the knowledge content of your work and your ability to communicate is largely going to determine the value of what you do, the amount of money you earn, and overall the quality of your life. So, according to Moore's laws in computer, information process capability double every 18 months. At the same time, the cost of information process dropped by 50%. This staggering increase in efficiency. So basically, I remember I was watching this video about Moore's law. It's getting harder to double it now because the computer that you have is double, and it's so powerful now. But it's getting harder and harder to actually make it more powerful. The Moore's law is kind of ineffective now. So the winning edge concept is one of the most important ideas of 20th century. It said that small difference in knowledge and ability could lead to enormous difference in results. One small piece of information that you have that your competition lack can be all that it takes for you to gain the winning edge in a particular transaction. And Eclipse said, our ability to learn and apply new ideas faster than our competition is our real source of sustainable competition advantage. The sum total of human knowledge doubles every 2 or 3 years. This means that you could take all the knowledge accumulated in human history from every country in every form and put it into a huge pile. 3 years from now, at most, there will be a pile of new knowledge next to it, and that is equal or greater than the first pile. Knowledge multiplies exponentially. A new piece of knowledge can be combined and recombined with other pieces of knowledge to create still more knowledge. In the 21st century, total accumulated knowledge of mankind in certain area will double every year. In personal terms, this means that today your knowledge must double every 2 or 3 years just for you to stay even at your current level of ability. At your current income, your current field work, if your personal knowledge is not increasing at the same speed that general knowledge is increasing in your field, you will be in great danger of becoming obsolete. The main reason that people are laid off is that companies need new forms of knowledge and skill. They need more knowledgeable people in newer, more specialized areas. Just as some companies are announcing layoffs, thousands of people, other companies are hiring thousands of people in different positions with different knowledge, performing different tasks. And this law that he gives will help you to endeavor in your adventure, whatever that may be, to achieve your ultimate goal in life, to actually achieve something that you want for you. Most people already die inside, and that is they're so young. They so have so many time. They act like they're not. They act like they don't have time. No, they do have time, but the thing is, they're doing the wrong thing for the wrong reason. And if you hear this message, you have so much time. Take that time to do something that create your future the way you want it to. Because soon you will not like the future that you have created. You gotta sow the seed today. That means putting in the work. And then you will reap the future harvest, the future. The law of integrative complexity. The law of integrative complexity explains an important luck factor that helps you to achieve vastly more than the average person. This law states that in every group of individuals, a person who can absorb, integrate, and apply the greatest quantity of essential information will eventually dominate all other individuals within that group. To put it another way, the law of integrative complexity says that the more knowledge and experience you have related to the particular needs of your organization, the more capable you will be to help the group to succeed and achieve its goals. Power, position, influence, and prestige tend to gravitate toward the person who acquires then use his or her knowledge the most effectively for the benefit of all. Knowledge and experience give you the ability to recognize patterns in new situations that arise. The more repeating patterns you can recognize, the faster you can make decisions and take action in any given set of circumstances. The person with the greatest pattern recognition ability will always rise to the top of any organization of value. His or her judgment and contribution will be greater value and have greater impact on other people and the results of the organization than anyone. Here we go. With the rapid of knowledge in your field, your existing store of knowledge is becoming obsolete at the rapid rate than ever before. If you were to take a field trip around in a catamaran and be gone for for a year or two, when you got back, you will find that 30%, 40%, even 50% of the knowledge that you have accumulated just justify your salary and position in your business is no longer valid or any use of anymore. You might even have to start over. Business or industry might be no longer in existence. If you want to be lucky, you must never forget that the future belongs to the competent. The future does not belong to the well-meaning, the sincere, or the mostly ambitious. It belongs to those who are very good at what they do. The future belongs to people with the critical knowledge, how to get results, and those who are adding to their knowledge base every day. There's an old saying that the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Today, however, it's not the contest between those who have more and those who have less. It's the competition between those who know more and those who know less. The significant difference in income in America are between those who are continually increasing the level of knowledge and skills and those who are not. To move ahead faster, especially in your financial life, you must remember that to earn more, you must learn more. You must max out today at your current level of knowledge and skill. Your glass ceiling is within yourself. You want to increase your income, your earning, you have to learn new information, ideas, skills that you can apply your work to create added value for your company and your customer. Here we go. Oh, here we go. It's been said that knowledge is power, but that's the fact that only applied knowledge is power. Only knowledge that can be utilized to bring out the benefit that someone will pay for its power in today's economy. How do you determine the value of a piece of new knowledge? Simple. Valuable knowledge increases your ability to get results for other people. Valueless knowledge does not. There are enormous quantities of knowledge taught in university that are absolutely true, but totally useless in the real world because they cannot be translated into a value that someone will pay for. One of the problems facing college graduates is that they are often shocked to find out they have spent 3 or 4 years learning about the subject and no one will but themselves or really care about. No employer is willing to pay them for a degree in archaeology. This is why fully 80% of graduate college find themselves working outside the field of study. Within 2 years of learning in school, they finally have to find something to do that actually benefits other people. That's quite sad. Actually, what I'm talking about is this. There's a lot of kids out there not understanding about a lot of things. First of all, I think that school inherently don't teach you a lot of things like marketing, selling, like how how to interact or how to communicate with people. I think that inherent problem. Over the years, I have found that virtually every successful people in America who has started with nothing and worked his or her way up has gone through a commitment to study and personal development. One of the most empowering of all the rules is this: you can learn anything you need to learn to achieve any goal you can set for yourself. This is one of the great principles of success probably applied. This means that there are no real limitation on what you can accomplish. If you are clear about your goal, you can then identify the knowledge that you will need to achieve it. When you learn what you need to learn and then apply that knowledge, the achievement of your goals become almost inevitable. Just imagine you can start off with nothing, but intense desire to be successful. Then by the process of self-study, self-development, you can learn anything you need to learn to achieve any goal you can set for yourself. Please don't get the idea that you have to become some kind of high-tech computer whiz with a PhD from Stanford or Harvard to be successful in the information age. 90% of all fortune are still made in the original business, selling familiar products and services, local markets to regular customers. All you really need is an idea that's 10% new to start a fortune. All you need is a new piece of knowledge, a new idea, new insight, and the willingness, ability to apply in the marketplace, and you'll become successful in our economy. That is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. It's amazing how many people are sitting around waiting for a lucky break, but people do not just have lucky breaks, they make their own lucky break. They create their lucky break by preparing so thoroughly for the opportunity that when it does come along, they're ready to grab it and run for it, like a fumble in the football game. Earl Nightingale once said that if your opportunity comes and you are not prepared for it, it will only make you foolish. By the law of attraction, whenever you pay the price and put in the preparation, you attract into your life an opportunity to use your knowledge and skill at the level you are prepared for. You will seldom develop a useful talent or ability without sooner or later gaining an opportunity to apply that talent or ability to some good purpose. By some strange power, you will draw into your life the people, circumstances, opportunities, and the resources necessary for you to use that talent for the benefit of others. You can dramatically increase the odds in your favor by consistently seeking new ideas to help you to achieve your goals. The fact that is your success will be in direct proportion to the quality and quantity of the ideas that you can generate to improve your current circumstances. Ideas are the keys to the future. Ideas are primary source of value today. Ideas are cream of the knowledge rising to the top. They represent its synapses of information crystallizing into the usable concept. The more ideas you generate, the more likely it is that you will discover the right idea at the right time. Okay, here we go. Every additional year of schooling after high school will increase your annual income from 8% to 25% per year, depending upon the relevancy of the course that you take. The same principle applies to you, but one great assumption: you can tell how high you will rise in your life by how deeply you dig your foundation of practical knowledge and skill. Unlike a building, you can continue to deepen your foundation. You can continue to increase the heights of personal performance by continuing increasing the depth of your knowledge and skill, and there are no limits. You attract good luck by the quality of your thinking. The quality of your thinking is determined by the commitment to continuous learning. The more you feed your mind with new knowledge, new insights, new ideas, new information, the more you magnetize your mind. You then attract into your life all kind of opportunities and possibilities to use your ability at a high level to achieve more of your goals. Let me explain. I know that most people don't like to read. It's because they don't enjoy um, learning. Because I think that the moment that you enjoy learning is has to do with your growth, that you're growing, that you're changing, and that you like the new as you learn and read and absorb all these knowledge. Is that you begin to change yourself for the better. You don't have low self-esteem. You know about what your wants are. You become more confident as you know more, and you become an expert in that subject, or you become an expert, and then also it can help other people. What happens is you start to attract amazing people in your life. You start to become a little bit more powerful, but a little bit humble. Now, most people think that they know it all, but the day that you know it all, the day you will learn something. Because you think if you think you know it all, that means you should be able to get the results that you want. But the most successful people know that they don't know it all. That's why they keep asking successful people. They keep reaching out. They keep reaching out for new insights, new ideas. Leaders are readers. The key to explaining your knowledge is reading. Perhaps not all readers are leaders, but all leaders are readers. How much should you read? According to the research, the highest paid American read an average of 2 or 3 hours per day. The lowest paid American don't read at all. And in fact, the statistics are shocking. According to the American Bookseller Association, 80% of American families did not buy or read a single book in the last year. 70% of American adults read a single book in the last year. 70% of American adults have not been into a bookstore in the last 5 years. 58% of adults never read another book after they leave school, including 42% of the university graduate. According to the U.S. Today, 43.6% of American adults read below the seventh grade level. For all the intent and purposes, that means that they are functionally illiterate. 50% of high school graduates can neither read their graduation diploma nor fill out an application form for a job at McDonald's. Many large companies that advertise continually in search of qualified people are forced to reject, and many as 95% of applicants because of their lack of basic reading skills. My friend Charles Jones said, "You will be in 5 years where you are today, except for the people you meet and the books you read." I would add that you will be in 5 years where you're today, except for the audio program you listen to, the course you take, the other source of information you absorb. You just can't learn too much about how to succeed in your field. That's why I enjoy reading. It's because it gives me the ability to actually design to get what I want in life. To get what I want in life. Oh, I am afraid, but you know, I have to move forward and in despite of being afraid. If you go into the home of a wealthy person, what is one of the first things you see? The answer is the library. The wealthier the home owner and the larger the home, the more likely it is that they will have a fully stocked library. If you go into the home of a poor person, what is the first thing you see? That's right, the biggest television they can afford. Now here's the question for you. Did the owners of a large home become wealthy, then buy the books, or did they buy the books and read them and then become wealthy? I think the answer is clear. People buy the books, study, and apply them, become increasingly proficient, and are eventually paid well. Now he gives guidelines to how to read the book without wasting so much time, because people try to read the whole thing and they don't remember. So he said how to read effectively. Here are some ways for you to upgrade your knowledge through reading that have been successful for me, for thousands of other people who are now highly paid leaders in the industry. The very best books to read are those written by men and women who are actively working in their field. They are written books by expert practitioners of the craft. Stay away from books written by university professors and management consultants. These people simply do not have an in-depth understanding come from working day in day after day and year after year in particular field. A written book by an expert can be incredibly valuable. You can buy a book full practical proven ideas that someone else has taken 20 years to learn and another 2 or 3 years to write, and for the price of a book you can get the knowledge that may have cost someone else a lifetime of experience and thousands of dollars to accumulate. All you need is one good idea from one book to change the whole course of your life. Here's an important point. Every problem that you could ever have has already been solved by someone, somewhere, and the solution that the person has found to your problem is written in a book or a magazine, and it's available to you if you can find it. If there's an idea out there you can help you, then you can save thousands of dollars a month or years of hard work. You don't have the idea. It's as if the idea didn't exist. What you don't know can hurt you and hold you back. That's why successful people always search for new information and ideas. You may have to be exposed to 100 ideas before you discover one idea that you need at the moment to make a difference, major difference in your life and work. You can increase your luck and put the odds of your success in your favor by continuing seeking and gathering as many new ideas and insights as you can. You need large quantity of ideas to find the one quality insight that can help you at the moment in that situation. Buy your own books, build your own library, don't check them out, but public library and then return them. When you read a book, underline them, the key points with a color pen or highlight. Make the book your own property. When I first start buying and marking up my book, I found out that it take me a few hours to read the book at the first time, but then I could read all of the key points through in less than an hour. Now I quickly read a book, then go back and dictate all the most valuable ideas to top up and review later. This dramatically increased the speed which I learned and remember. Speed reading is a skill that you can learn with practice. There is a complete description of the speed reading process on my audio program, Accelerate Learning Technique, but let me give you a simple method here that can double and triple the speed at which you read any book. It's based upon what is called the OPIR method, or OPRI. There's 4 letters to stand for overview, preview, in-views, and review. Here's how you use the technique. Before you punch into a book, always start with an overview. Read the front of the book and the back. Read the biography of the author and make sure that this is a person who really knows what he or she is talking about. Read the content and ask yourself whether or not these ideas are of interest to you. Read in the pages in the index quickly to see what the information source the author used. If you get a good feeling about the book and you think that it's has some value for you, you go to the next stage, not page. The second stage of rapidly reading is the previous stage. This is when you take the book and uh, page through it from cover to cover, one page at a time. You can read the chapter headings, paragraph headings, look at the graph and charts, and read the first line of as many paragraphs you can. Read a couple of paragraphs through, get it feeling for the style of the author. So, you know, basically, I'm just not going to read that one. Or maybe I will. Determine whether you are comfortable with the book and whether you enjoy the way the author expresses himself. Saving hours in reading a book. The best way to save several hours on a book is to throw it all away and not to read all. One of the best of all time savers is to decide in advance that the book is not sufficient value for you to spend your time reading. After you have completed the overview and preview, you feel that you want to read the book, ask yourself why. When you ask yourself this question, it forces you to think about what you can gain from the book and how you can apply it into your life or work. This is called reading on purpose. The more relevant and applicable new information that to you at this moment, the more likely is that you remember it when you finish it. The third stage of reading is the interview. If you're reading a non-fiction book, start with the chapter that is the most interesting to you. And stop. You don't like the proceeding. Sometimes an excellent book will only have one or two chapters that are relevant to you in your life right now. The fact that is, if the information is not immediately helpful to you, you will forget it. Anyway, so why read it in the first place? As you proceed with the interview, make as many notations possible. Underline key sentence phrase with colored pen or marker. Use explanation parts, points, stars, and quotation marks in the margin. Circle the key ideas, make it easy for you to come back and find the fact that through the most stage. The final stage of OPIR methods to review the book. No matter how smart you are, you have to go over the key points 3 or 4 times before they stick in your memory. Once you have marked up a book properly, you can flip through it quickly, as little as an hour, and get the essential entire book. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Whoa, that's crazy. Holy crap! All right. So what you understand about this book is about applying essential knowledge, taking the idea and then moving towards your life and applying and creating the life that you want. But what I do is I don't. So to make it simple, I don't usually read the jacket. What I do is I'll go into the content and look what chapter I want to read, and then I go for it so I can remember, and then I apply it right away. So that's pretty much, those are the ideas to create the life that you want, and that you must utilize this knowledge and not let it die with you. And so that's it. I hope that you have an amazing day. Subscribe to my channel, like my video, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.